Good afternoon. It's Dr. Brady with part 2 of why good leaders still feel overwhelmed. And we're going to talk just a few minutes, it's not going to be very long, about how to reduce being overwhelmed without the burnout. Okay? So we need clarity with gentle solutions. So if team members, or if they're not on a leadership team, if some of your followers come to you with a question about something that you said or a mandate that you put out there, it's okay to give them clarity. And it's okay not to feel like you're being attacked or they're being aggressive about something that you set in place. You just be calm, take a deep breath, and just say what you meant. And a lot of times people just need that. They just need to know, what did you mean by XYZ? And so when people ask questions, you can just simply say, what I hear you saying or what I hear you asking is, and let them clarify exactly what they're asking. And just give them a simple answer. It's just that simple. It doesn't have to be a confrontation. You can either meet with them right then and there, if it's a simple question, or you can say, hey, let's talk a little bit later, or let's talk tomorrow. And really think about what it is that you want to say. So take your time and be clear. Remember, leadership is not about doing more. It's about leading with clarity. Be clear of what you want from those that you serve. For the most part, people want to know. It's all about timing with people. Like, for most people, wasting their time is a pet peeve. So it's all about being clear with what you want. People want to know, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it, for the most part. And you have some people, you can tell them 100 times what you want them to do. They may or may not do it. But I would venture to say 98% of the people who follow you, they just want to know what you want. Run a no secrets business, a no secrets church, a no secrets classroom. Don't make it a mystery. Tell them exactly what you want. Again, set those boundaries. Everybody can't do everything. It's not willy-nilly, just do what you want, say what you want. Set boundaries. Do you want to be called by your first name? Do you address everyone by their last name? If so, you should be addressed by your last name. Sometimes when people get a little bit too familiar, they're just so relaxed that they feel they can address you like you're one of their girlfriends or one of their guy friends. And you have to be careful not to cross that line, because sometimes those are the same people who will set you up and it'll come back to bite you. And it will give the perception to other followers that you have your pets. You don't want that. You do not want that. And sometimes you can't help what people are saying and what they're thinking about you having your special people. Sometimes you just can't help that. People are going to think what they're going to think. But don't give them ammunition. If they see you're always hanging out with them, if they see you're always standing by the car talking to them after everybody's left, or you just have to be careful. Just be careful. If you're going to hang out with them, hang out with everybody. Just make it a big party so people won't misinterpret your intentions. So set those boundaries and set them for everybody. Okay? You can't have certain people who can do whatever and then certain people who you hold to task. Also, if you have systems in place, it can reduce your stress. So if your followers or your leadership team, if they know that once a month on the, let's say the third Monday of every month, you have a leadership team meeting, that takes the pressure off you because you already know that it's coming. You can already pre-plan. You can already delegate responsibilities for that. You can sit back and not run the meeting and empower your leadership team to run the meeting. But it takes the stress off you because it's not something last minute. So when you have those systems in place, it just reduces stress, point blank, period. If there's an emergency at the school, have a system in place. You may or may not be there. Well, let me tell you something about transformative leadership. You should train those on your leadership team who will then go train other members on everything that you do. You should not be the only person who knows how to do XYZ. You train your people, you build capacity so that if you're not there or something happens to you, the show goes on. People really should not know if you're not in the building because you trained them so well to be able to go on whether you're there or not. So think about that. You want to train your people, put people in place that can take over in case you're not there. That just reduces stress. It takes the stress off of you. So one of the things that you can do is just be clear about your decisions. Don't waffle back and forth. Well, you know what? That does make sense. And you know what? I think maybe let's change it, or maybe we should tweak it. Once you make a decision, and you should talk with your leadership team about it because it should be a we decision. But once that decision is made, be clear about it so that if anyone comes and they want to discuss it, no problem. Let's sit down and talk about it. And then delegate with expectations. That also takes the feeling of being overwhelmed off you. Delegate and have expectations. Yes, I do expect you to do X, Y, Z. And I remember when I was a principal, I'll tell you this really quickly and then I'm going to close. When I was a principal, I gave my teachers a key. It was just a random key. It didn't open anything. But I gave it to them and I said to them, here's the key. I am going to trust you to take the curriculum and have fun with it. I said, most people say the sky is the limit. The sky is not the limit. Be creative, teach your children, let them have fun. And all of these end of grade tests, mid-year tests, they will take care of themselves. If you teach it with creativity and let the children have fun, the test is a given. So you delegate, give your expectations, and then leave it alone. Don't micromanage. When you micromanage, you get stressed. So try not to micromanage. So I've linked my leadership toolkit at the bottom of this video. So if you're interested in having that toolkit, it will give you lots of solutions, scripts, boundaries that you can use so that you are moving from being overwhelmed to leading with clarity and with expectations. Okay? So until the next time, I am Dr. Gail Brady with Practical Leadership Skills. Take care.